Hello dear friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about a most prominent figure of Renaissance period, that is William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in April 1564 and he lived until 23rd April 1616. Now I am telling you some common beliefs about the birth and death of William Shakespeare. Although I have not written these introductory facts, but I am telling you these orally. So focus on these. It is believed that Shakespeare was baptized on 26th April 1564. Baptization is a process which means to sprinkle water on a newborn baby to clean the child spiritually according to Christianity. And this process might be carried after 3 days after the birth of a new baby. So we can say that Shakespeare was born on 23rd April 1564 as he was baptized on 26th April 1564. He was born in Stratford upon Avon, United Kingdom. His parents were Mary and John. John and Mary. He is regarded as England's national poet. He is also called Bard of Avon. Now, Bard means poet, and Avon means the river flowing near Shakespeare's birthplace. Uh, he was an actor, dramatist, playwright, and poet. Belonged to Elizabethan age and Jacobean age. He belonged to both the ages. At that time, Queen Elizabeth I had been ruling in Elizabethan age from 1558 to 1603, and from 1603 to 1625, James I was ruling in Jacobean era. Now, Shakespeare, I should tell you one more thing that Shakespeare was studied in King's New School, and he never went to university. So there are many critics say that how can he write such lengthy plays if he never went to any university. Because there are not any evidence, and if there are some evidences, they prove that he never went to a university. So some critics, even Robert Greene, who was a university wit, said him upstart crow. He criticized Shakespeare very badly. Now moving on to the next point. Epitaph I should tell you that it is a phrase or form of words. As you can see, here is the definition. Epitaph is a phrase or form of words written in memory of a person who has died, especially as an inscription on a tombstone. An epitaph is written on Shakespeare's grave, and it is believed that it was penned by himself. It was penned means it was written by himself. So there is a epitaph: good friend, for Jesus' sake forbear to dig the dust enclosed here. Blessed the man that spares these stones, and cursed be he that moves my bones. Means that for Jesus' sake, please, Shakespeare want to say that the man who will move on his way and even do not touch my grave, he will be blessed, and the man who will try to dig me, he will be cursed. This is written on Shakespeare's grave. You can find this epitaph meaning on Google more conveniently. Talking about his marriage life, his wife was Anne Hathaway, who was married to him in 1582, and she was married until his death. From her, he has three children. Uh, First, Hamnet Shakespeare. He was the only son of William Shakespeare. He died at the age of 11. And after Hamnet Shakespeare, besides Hamnet Shakespeare, they had two more children named Susanna Hall and Judith Queenie. They were both their daughters, and Susanna Hall was their eldest daughter and their first child, and Hamnet and Judith were twins. Moving on to the next point, that is works of William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare wrote 37 or 38, in which 37 are confirmed. He wrote 37 or 38 plays, and you will find somewhere 39 in number. But 37 are mostly confirmed. These plays were published in first folio in 1623. And talking about sonnets, that are called Shakespearean sonnets, and are also called English sonnets. They are 154 in number, published in 1609. And long narrative poems, Shakespeare wrote two long narrative poems. Those were published in 1593 to 1594, published between this interval. And talking about the plays of William Shakespeare, the first folio, which I already told, that in 1623, after 7 years of his death, was published by his co-workers, that those were John Hemingway and Henry Condell, in which total 36 plays were in the first folio. And the first folio was named as Mr. William Shakespeare's Comedies, Histories and Tragedies, which included 14 comedies, 10 histories and 12 tragedies. And not included, these are, I am telling, these are the works which were not included: Pericles, Prince of Tyre, a play by George Wilkins and William Shakespeare; and Two Noble Kinsmen, play by John Fletcher and William Shakespeare. These were the plays in collaboration with other writers, so these were not included in first folio. And also not included lost plays like Cardenio's and Love's Labor Won. These were not included. The first folio was dedicated to William Herbert and Philip Herbert. William Herbert was third Earl of Pembroke, and Philip Herbert was fourth Earl of Pembroke. And Ben Jonson, an Elizabethan, most famous poet and contemporary of William Shakespeare. He wrote the preface for first folio of William Shakespeare. That was Shakespeare is not of an age but of all the time. But you can search it on Google. I have written this. This is not confirmed on Google. You can tell me in the comment section if this is confirmed or not. Moving on to the next point. Here he wrote histories. Those were titled as Henry IV Part 1, Henry IV Part 2, Henry V, Henry VI Part 1, Henry VI Part 2, Henry VI Part 3, Henry VIII, King John, Richard II, Richard III. These were the histories he wrote about the monarchs. Sources of these histories were Holinshed's Chronicles by Raphael Holinshed, by Raphael Holinshed. This was the source from where Shakespeare wrote these. This was the source from where we can find these histories written by William Shakespeare. Now moving on, tragedies. Tragedies are a most important part of the works of William Shakespeare. Only great tragedies I am mentioning here. Those were Hamlet. Hamlet was a famous full-titled "The Tragedy of Hamlet, Prince of Denmark." Hamlet was written in 1599 to 1601 interval and was published in 1603. Second, Othello. Othello is another most famous tragedy by William Shakespeare and full titled The Tragedy of Othello, Moor of Venice. Othello was written and published in 1603 in the same year of publication of Hamlet. And Hamlet, you can see that Hamlet, name of the tragedy, Hamlet matches somewhere with the name of his son Hamnet. So some critics say that there is a relation between Hamlet and his child Hamnet. Moving on to the third tragedy, that is King Lear. King Lear was published in 1606. And the fourth one was Macbeth. Macbeth was also published in 1606. Now moving on to the next point, Roman plays. He wrote Roman plays like Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was a play by William Shakespeare, which was, I think, published and performed in 1599. And second one is the Antony and Cleopatra, written around 1606. But first published by King's Man or Globe Theatre in near about 1607. The third one is Coriolanus. Coriolanus was written in between 605 to 1608. Sorry, 1605 to 1608, and published. You can search it on Google. Published in 1970. The next is Titus Andronicus. It was a play by William Shakespeare which was in collaboration with George Peele and University Wit. Source of these Roman plays was Plutarch's Lives. This is a source of these Roman plays. And talking about early comedies, immature comedies, we can say them, title them. Those were the Comedy of Errors. The Comedy of Errors, I will tell you in the next few pages, in the next few lines, that the Comedy of Error, I should tell you that it is the shortest play by William Shakespeare. Love's Labour Lost and Two Gentlemen of Verona. Now talking about mature comedies, Much Ado About Nothing. Second, Twelfth Night or What You Will. And third, The Merchant of Venice. And fourth, As You Like It. You can search the written date of or the written year of these comedies or plays on Google, because I am being telling you the main title of works of William Shakespeare. Now talking about tragic comedies or romances by William Shakespeare. First one is The Tempest. It is a most famous tragic comedy by William Shakespeare. You ever have listened about this name? Second, Cymbeline, King of Britain. Third one is The Winter's Tale. And fourth one is Pericles, Prince of Tyre. As I told you previously that it was in collaboration with that is George Wilkins. Now I am going to tell you some facts about works of William Shakespeare. The first one is The Comedy of Errors and The Tempest follows Aristotelian unity of time. Now, what is Aristotelian unity of time? Aristotelian unity of time means the action of these plays or tragedies or works was going to take place in a single day. Like for example, Beowulf. The action in Beowulf taken place in over about 50 years, but in this place the action was going to complete in a single day. Now moving on to the next page, that Love's Labor Lost features longest scene in this play. Love's Labor Lost. This contains longest scene in all the plays of William Shakespeare, and also longest speech and longest single word. That is, you can read it HONOR, whatever you can read it, meaning state of being able to achieve honors. This is the meaning of this word. And the taming of the shrew, induction technique, framing device, explanatory scene. In Pericle, the Prince of Tyre, John Gower introduces each act with a prologue. Now, more facts about Shakespeare plays. That Shakespeare's longest play. Which is Shakespeare's longest play? That is Hamlet. Which is Shakespeare's shortest play? That is the Comedy of Errors, as I already told. And which was Shakespeare's first play? That is Henry Sixth, Part Second. First comedy, Comedy of Errors. Last comedy, The Tempest. First tragedy, Titus Andronicus. This tragedy was written in collaboration with George Peele. George Peele is a university writer. Note that Google shows this collaboration properly. I'm not sure. You can Google it and comment that if this is properly true. If the Google shows this properly. Moving on to the next page. Robert Greene used to criticize Shakespeare very much. As I already told you that he criticized Shakespeare, saying him upstart crow. Robert Greene, because he criticized Shakespeare because Shakespeare never went to university. Shakespeare as an actor, he wrote Macbeth. Macbeth is a story in which King Duncan named character is Henry IV, King Henry, As You Like It, Adam, Hamlet, Ghost. Now, forest associated with Shakespeare's works. These I'm telling a real forest that associate with Shakespeare's works. Birnam Woods is a forest which was mentioned in Macbeth, and it is a real forest. You can Google it to check it. Now, Forest of Arden. It was mentioned in As You Like It play. Windsor Forest. It was mentioned in Merry Wives of Windsor. Caplet's Orchard, Romeo and Juliet. It was not found properly on Google by me. You can search this also. Tragic flows of particular plays of William Shakespeare. That Hamlet. What was the tragic flow of Hamlet by William Shakespeare? That was indecisiveness, Othello, jealousy, King Lear, self-delusion, flattery, Coriolanus, pride, Julius Caesar, excess of pride, arrogance, Macbeth, excessive ambition, Romeo and Juliet, rashness of action before thinking. Moving on to the next page. Special characters of works by William Shakespeare. Ghost was a character in play Hamlet, which came into nuance in Shakespeare's Macbeth. First off, in Henry IV Part 1, Henry IV Part 2, The Merry Wives of Windsor, and etc. This is not important. Sonnets by William Shakespeare, that 154 in number, also called Shakespearean sonnets and English sonnets. These were published in 1609. 154 sonnets followed by long poem in the first folio, that is Elava's Complaint. 126 sonnets were addressed to a young man, and the next 28 were addressed to a dark lady. Yet we doesn't know the names of these two addressed persons. 14 line stanza with rhyming scheme. I should tell you that Shakespearean any sonnets contain 14 line stanza, but different rhyming scheme according to their name. Like Shakespearean sonnets contain 14 line stanza with rhyming scheme A B C D C D E F G G. But Petrarchan sonnets contain the rhyming scheme, that is A B B A C D E. The rhyming scheme differ according to the maker who made those sonnets. Now talking about long narrative poems by William Shakespeare, those were Venus and Adonis, written in published in 1593, first published work of William Shakespeare. This was first published work of William Shakespeare. Rape of Lucrece, 1594, dedicated to his patron Henry Ridley, third Earl of Southampton. Venus and Adonis, inspired by Metamorphoses, a narrative poem by Latin poet Ovid, and rhyme scheme of this poem was ABCC rhyme scheme, also called Venus and Adonis stanza. So here completed the video, friends. This was my first video. If you like it, then give it a please your thumbs up, and I will try to improve myself in these videos. This was my first video, so I got a little nervous, so please forgive me if I have mistaken somewhere in the video. Thank you.